Cool. What's happening? Thanks for joining me again. I'm Chris, joined by my friend Pete here today, and we're checking out something from his collection today that I've heard about, never seen, but Pete has.
Yeah, it's called Liquor to Malt. Dogfish Head in 2004 decided to try to make a malt liquor, a high-end 7% alcohol malt liquor. But they wanted to stay in the vein of your standard issue drink under bridges, road soda type thing. So they did some classy stuff, like they sold each bottle with a hand stamped Dogfish Head paper bag, and then the bottle itself has a very classy white screw cap.
It's plastic.
Yes.
Which adds to the class.
Yes. They don't have a 40-ounce bottling line at Dogfish Head, so they actually hand-filled all the bottles and hand-labeled them. And I guess they put out 300 cases a couple of years, like 2004 and 2005. They brought this back in 2010 and offered it one day at the brewery. They made 300 bottles, so this is one of 300 bottles, which is kind of cool.
From 2010.
From 2010. And it's bottled conditioned, unlike most malt liquors. So there's a ton of yeast in the bottom of it. I mean, it's just big, chunky yeast and stuff. And I guess most malt liquors are made with corn syrup. This is actually made with 3 types of corn. So it's Dogfish Head's kind of gourmet malt liquor.
Okay.
And it packs a punch, I guess. So.
What's it coming in at? What's the percentage on this?
I think it's 7%. I think it says on the label.
7%.
Yeah. So I scored this from a guy who works and lives right near the brewery, and he managed to pick up a couple bottles in 2010. So,
good deal. Let's get into it.
All right. Carbonation. I'll let you do the pouring.
We get all classy with these glasses.
Yeah, I don't know if malt liquor should be drunk out of a tulip, but
I'm thinking with all the sediment in there, this is probably a good idea. Trying to just chug this out of the bottle, I think agitating any of that, you're going to be maybe in a worse off place, but who knows. So yeah, we'll put it there. Just block my view. Alright, so with that poured, pretty much it's like a real cloudy straw yellow color. Probably about, that's like a quarter, half finger of just some standard white head.
Yeah, not much.
It's dissipating pretty fast.
It's got some good carbonation too. I was wondering, how a malt liquor would hold.
Yeah, you got a bunch of bubbles coming up that I can see. I think mine's a little cloudier.
Yeah.
I got a little more sediment in mine than yours.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what it smells like.
I definitely can grab some alcohol. A little kick.
It's really sweet. There's like a really sweet kind of like caramel kind of scent, like kind of candied sort of taste in there.
It's not at all what I expected drinking, Schlitz malt liquor and some of the cheap.
No, this is by far the best smelling malt liquor I've ever had. Yeah, let's get into it. Cheers. That's really good.
Yeah.
For a malt liquor from 2010, I don't know what part of 2010, but being towards the end of 2011, you'd expect a malt liquor to be tasting pretty horrible, pretty rough by now. This tastes really good.
I think the event was in March or April or something, so
Okay.
It's a year and a half old in the bottle.
I think the taste seems to be real similar to the nose on there. There's not much in the way of hops or anything that are really coming out there, but there's just seems like a well-mixed malt blend that just sort of has like a sweet caramel, maybe like just a touch of something citrus in there a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I almost, it almost has the kind of the sweetness of like a 90 minute or something. I mean, just that malty. I wouldn't have thought this was a malt liquor, and I can't imagine just sucking a whole bottle down of this. I think
it does have that sort of same feature as their 90 minute, where it's a little, it's a little thicker on the palate. It's kind of got that syrup kind of quality to it a little bit.
Yeah.
It just sort of coats the tongue, but yeah, for a year and a half old, I'm thoroughly impressed by this. We have a lot more of it to drink.
Yeah. What's the game with the
Edward 40 hands?
Edward 40 hands. You'd be rolling on the floor after 2 of these.
Yeah. So if anyone needs to duct tape 2 of these to their hands and just drink them till they're gone, that's Edward 40 hands. I've never done it, but yeah, try taking a piss when you have 240 strapped to your hands.
Have to have good friends. I like it.
Yeah, overall, I'm just really impressed with how something that's, a malt liquor selling it in a 40, maybe it's just the fresh corn added in or whatever it is they did, but Dogfish Head did this right.
Yeah.
And this tastes really, really good.
I guess Sam said because of the cost of production, we probably won't see it again. I mean, it was rare that they brought it back for 2010, but if you can find a bottle somewhere, grab it.
All right, so we've been drinking on this for a little while, looking through Pete's beer collection, and I have to say that I'm thoroughly impressed with this. As they're saying it's malt liquor, brewing with corn and everything, but after a year and a half or so, it really takes on a lot of the characteristics of a barley wine you've aged. Like, it just has that sort of that sweet caramel that you get maybe out of like a Bigfoot that's been sitting there for a little while, something like that. But it also has a really nice sort of citrus quality, almost like like a little bit like mango juice or just something slightly citrus sitting in there with it. This is just really impressive.
But I've been so attracted to really crazy hoppy IPAs and double IPAs, and then I've been getting into Belgian beers and really, really strong flavors, and this is kind of nice and mellow. It's just really pleasing. I mean, it's got great flavor and a lot of complexity, but it's not hit you in the face anything really.
Yeah.
It's just
and it's like we were just saying, it's like I've had a lot of stuff from Dogfish where I think they really reach out there and try to do something absolutely new using some ingredients no one's ever used, and that can be hit or miss with me. But for something really basic as a malt liquor, like a 40-ounce malt liquor, this is really, really good tasting. I don't know if it's the age or whatnot, but this might be worth just bottling in a 4-pack. You don't have to go through like the gimmick of putting it in the 40-ounce bottle and all that. Like, that's cool, but if you don't have the capacity to do that, because these all you were saying were hand bottled.
Yep.
Bottle this in a 4-pack or just a single 12-ounce bottle just so people can try it. But this to me is probably one of the better tasting Dogfish Head beers that I've had.
Yeah. So Sam, if you see this video, put them in 4-packs, okay?
And you can put those 4-packs in a brown paper bag.
Exactly.
We're gonna get classy under the bridge. I'm gonna get a little wood fire stove under there instead of my trash can. And
well, you could sell that in a gift set or something.
Ooh, yeah.
A little portable stove.
You can burn the bag when you're done.
Exactly.
All right.
Definitely couldn't do one of these by myself. I'm not.
You're not gonna edit.
No, not at all.
Duct tape 120s to your hands. See what happens then. We're gonna continue drinking this. I hope you're enjoying something as well, and see you next time. Cheers.